Hi, this is Bill Russell from CrossFit Cleveland. We're going to go over the workout details for Thursday, March 19th, 2020. First, we're going to start with a warm-up. You're going to do 10 shoulder circles, both forward and backward, 12 stepping high knees, right and left, 20 standing calf raises with a slight pause at the top of each raise, 15 plank jacks with a shoulder tap right and left on each rep, and 10 bumper plate squats, or if you don't have a bumper plate, holding some kind of a book or weight out in front of you. Stacy's going to show you each of these movements. You're going to spend about 9 or 10 minutes doing this general warm-up, about 3 rounds. Hello, Stacy.
Hi, friends. All right, shoulder circles, 10 shoulder circles forward and back. So you want to get these as big as you can forward. Think about if you had a PVC in your hand. So if you have tight shoulders or you're tight from working out yesterday, just do what you can if you need to become here. But this is small, medium. We want as large as you can, and then backwards. All right. Bill said 12 stepping high knees, but we're going to do 15. Right and left is 1. So get your knees up high. If you want, give it a little bit of a tug. And don't rush through this. It's not this. All right. It's not like a high knees. You want to give it a stop and pause. Again, stretching out from yesterday, because those squats, there's a lot of them. 20 standing calf raises. So you want to just come up nice and slow, up onto your toes, give it a pause, and come back down. Again, not this, right here, nice and slow, up and down, okay? Next thing we're going to do is 15 plank jacks with a shoulder tap. All right, so you want to stay nice and tight. Right here, you're going to go out and in, left and right. That's 2. Right there. All right, so you're going to do 15 of those, and then some of you may not be familiar with this, but most of you are. 10 bumper plate squats. So you're going to keep your arms nice and straight. Think about, if you don't have a bumper plate, we're going to use a book, but if you did have a bumper plate, that you're keeping your eyes within the circle, keeping your chest up, and just all the way down, all the way up. Woo. Down and up, 10 of those. All right, so again, any kind of book will do. If you happen to have an ab mat, that'll do, but keeping it up and not here, keeping your chest up through that whole entire squat. All right, I will see you in about 10 minutes.
Hi, I'm Bill Russell from CrossFit Cleveland. We're going to talk about today's upper body isometric strength work. We're going to use a towel today. So any bath towel, kitchen towel, doesn't even have to be this big. You don't want a washcloth, but you want to have something so you can get your hands about between 12 and 18 inches apart as a minimum. We're going to be doing medium tension isometric holds today for 1 minute each for elbow flexion and elbow extension, and then a band or a pull apart to get your scaps and some upper back musculature involved, as well as having tension throughout all the muscles in your arms. And we're going to do this continuously. So before we start, I'm going to show you the positions that we're going to get into. You're going to hold the towel. All your movements today, or all the positions, should be at about a 90-degree bend at your elbow. So we're going to combine a elbow flexion, or think bicep curl, with a elbow extension in the other arm, or think push up where you're pressing away. And we're going to alternate. So by holding the towel, I want thumbs up and my shoulders back, keeping my shoulder blades together. I don't want to be standing rounded and hunched forward. So I'm going to be thinking about pulling or curling, flexing this elbow, my left elbow, while I'm resisting it with my right arm, driving that down, extending that elbow so I can get some tension. So if I slipped, that hand would go like that hand would go down. Make sense? And so we're going to go for just a moderate amount of tension. I'm not going to try to do our maximal, so I'm shaking. I want to just be kind of medium because we're going to hold that for 1 entire minute. And then what we're going to do is roll and do it the opposite side. Thumbs up again. Now I'm going to be doing the opposite. I'm curling or flexing my right elbow, extending my left elbow, resisting. Again, keeping my shoulders back. And then the third, I'm going to have palms down, holding it out like when we do band pull-aparts. But instead of moving through, I want to get about a 90-degree bend in my elbows. And I want to just pull, like I'm trying to pull that away with the towel, while I'm actively trying to retract or pull my scaps together, my shoulder blades together, and make sure I'm trying to pack them down. I'm not letting my traps ride up into my ears. So we're calling that retracted and packed. As some people say, put your shoulder blades in your back pockets. That'll activate your lats. Okay. So we're going to start at the top of the minute. And I'm going to do just one cycle for this video. But you're going to do it 3 times, so it's a total of 9 minutes in the workout. So you get positioned either, let's go right hand on top, left hand on the bottom, so that we're all in sync. Thumbs are up. Remember, shoulders back. And go. And just think about, I'm curling with my right arm and I'm extending with my left. Pulling my shoulder blades back and down. When you do isometrics right, 1 minute is a long time. And so we don't need to rest between, because when we switch positions, we're going to be doing the opposing muscles in each arm. So we're giving a little bit of a rest to the muscles that are active now. And then that third, when we do that pull apart, everything's going to be firing. So by the end of the 9 minutes, you're going to have that 9 minutes under tension, which is what's important about isometrics. It's not so much how much weight you're lifting or how hard that contraction is for this purpose. It's how long we're keeping our muscles under tension. So I'm going to flip around. Now my left hand is up, right hand is down. Again, keeping about a 90-degree bend in each elbow, shoulders back and down. And as you're doing this, you want to think about, there's a term called the mind-muscle connection. You want to think about every muscle that you can wrap your mind around in your arms, trying to contract or fire or tense, whatever word works for you. You don't need to get overly technical. If you like a word, squeeze, do it. But the only word I won't use is I'm not flexing my muscles. You flex joints. You don't flex muscles, you contract them. But that's a really common used term. So if you like to say flex, do it. Now, 3rd minute, I'm going to come out front. I want to get about, it's a little, if you don't get a full 90-degree bend in your arm, that's okay. I want you to be concentrating more on squeezing your shoulder blades together and putting them down in your pockets while you're pulling apart. You're trying to rip this towel. You should really feel that in your upper back. Your grip is getting worked. Forearms are getting worked. Your triceps are firing a little bit because you're trying to extend. You want to pump a little bit. Your biceps are getting a little bit of contraction too. That's okay. So we're coming up on the end of minute number 3. I'm going to roll right back into left hand on the top, right hand on the bottom. And go into this flexion of my left elbow, extension of my right elbow. Now we're just choosing to do the 90-degree today just to keep you in the same position for the whole time. I change up the angles quite often. So oftentimes I go more 135-ish or almost open, not completely extended, but just a little bit flexed. Other times I'll do it when my elbows are in complete flexion. It's important and valuable to just mix it up so that you're not always training in the same range. Okay? So you're gonna go for a total of 9 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna log off here for the video, but I want you to go for the full 9 and then follow along. We've got a 20-minute AMRAP that's gonna follow this. If you log on to our Zoom call on Thursday, I'll be walking through every class, be doing this with you like I did the slow motion squat isometrics on Wednesday. Okay. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment, or you can send me an email. I appreciate you appreciate you participating in our online workouts, and have fun with this. Now we're on to our workout. Here's the workout of the day for March 19th, 2020. Happy Thursday, everybody. It's an AMRAP in 20 minutes. I'm going to go over the movements and the numbers, and then Stacy is going to demo each of these movements for you and a couple of variations. So in 20 minutes, you're going to start out, you're going to do 50 mountain climbers, then 10 dips, either on a bench or a chair, or we have an interesting floor option for you. Then 20 lying leg raises with a hip thrust, and 30 bicycle crunches. Again, as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes. To break up the monotony a little bit, we're going to add some burpees in. So you're going to do burpees when the clock hits 5 minutes. You're going to finish the movement that you're doing, hop up and do 5 burpees. And then you're going to resume wherever you left off. And then again, when the clock hits 10 minutes, you're going to get up and do 10 burpees. And then the last set of burpees comes when the clock hits 15. You're going to get up and do 15 burpees. And then for the remainder of that 20 minutes, you're going to continue and finish. And then you're going to record your total rounds plus extra reps. And then post that online with us.
Hi guys, I hope you're all warmed up. All right, so we're going to start with mountain climbers. You're going to be doing 50 of them. So get into that tight plank position, and you're just going to bring one leg in at a time. That's 1. That's 2. If you can go faster, that's good too. Don't want to see you bouncing at all. Keep yourself in that plank. Once my shoulders are in front or behind my wrists, I'm out of that plank position. Stay tight. All right, your dips, 10 dips. So we're obviously doing home workout, so we're gonna, if you have a chair or a bench, a picnic bench, you know, if you have a picnic table, that kind of bench is a perfect height. If you're doing it on a chair, just be careful, make sure it doesn't have rollers on it. But so you're gonna just come right here, keep your hips back by the surface, and just down and up. If that's too easy for you, want to make it a little more challenging, take your feet further away, but keep your hips back by the surface that you're at, not out here, okay? This is going to let me get deeper into my triceps. The next thing I'm going to show you is if you want a challenge, and these are a little more challenging than I expected, but if you don't have a surface or you want to try something new, you can do these on the ground. So put your arms behind you, have your hands facing you, and I'm kind of leaning down a little bit to give a little bit more depth into it. And now I am doing dips, and believe it or not, this is a lot harder than it looks. Okay. Now, I'm already down here. We're going to be doing 20 lying leg raises with a hip thrust. So if you have a kettlebell or a ball or a dumbbell, something to hold on to, or your chair, you preferably be holding on to something. So the chair is a little bit flimsy, but I'm going to show you what it looks like anyways on the chair for you, those of you who don't have anything solid to hold on to. You could use a dining room table leg. Let's get creative with this, guys. All right, right here, we're back into that hollow, up, thrust, and lower it back down slowly. Right here, if you can, hold it nice and tight. If you need to put your legs down, that's okay. But try to give it a good pause up at the top, okay? up, pause, and down, pause. I don't know if you can see, but that chair is a little flimsy. The next thing we're gonna do is 30 bicycle crunches. Oh, well, if you wanted to do it with something more solid, I'll just show you what that looks like, but you can see the chair was a little flimsy, but right here, here, up, hold, and down. That was not the greatest of one. You're gonna come back up, push, hold, and down, and hold it down there. Whew. Now I'll do the bicycle crunches. So 30, right, left is 1. What you want to do is you still want to maintain a tight core on this. Don't just get down here and do this. I want you shoulders off the ground, small of your back on the ground, feet straight out, and give it right here. Okay? Left, right is 1. So that's 30 of those. Then we're also, as Bill says, breaking up the monotony. We're going to do burpees. I don't know if breaking up the monotony is a term I would use, but we're going with it. So 5 at 5 minutes, 10 at 10, and 15 at 15. I'm going to show you a couple different versions of a burpee. So we do a chest to ground. So you're just going to come down, get your body to the ground, push up. Think about getting your feet nice and wide so you can stand up and jump. All right, so if that's too much for you and you want to, that pop back and pop forward is too much, just step it back. Anything you can do, just step it back, come on down, right? And then step it wide again, nice and wide. Give me a little pop. All right, this is an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. So to keep track of your rounds, you could use poker chips or cards. Every time you finish your bicycle crunches, flip a card. That's how you know how many rounds you did. Have a great workout. Post your rounds to comments in our website, or yeah, that would be good.